If you watched the last episode, you'll know what's going on. But in case you haven't, basically, we've got an ant colony. We've got the queen, who is getting fed, and she spits out larvae, and they get delivered to here. You get these two small ants, and then they get combined, put that guy over there, into one working ant, because they're like little machines, as you can see. And then they get straight to work collecting food. So do these guys over here. These collect food as well. These stockpiles can have dispensers placed anywhere. So they've got one over here. These guys are giving food to the inventor ants, which gives us tech points we can spend on a tech tree. Over here. These guys are production. So we've got smelters, and they produce either metal plates or screws. And then this is the radar, which means we can go to other islands and contact other people. So this guy's died, unfortunately. So we need to pause for a second and re-establish this little link. So this is Inventor Ant. So what we need to do is, if we go from here, actually no, from there to there, and what we can do is we can put a counter gate in from there to there. Counter gate is 2. So that means that it'll send 2 ants this way, and then it'll stop and continue to send the rest that way. Come down here, and then this divides them into 1 in each lane. So if we click play now, I'll send 1, and it's counted 1 there. And it'll send those to either lane, so that lane for this example. Second ant will also get sent down here. But then what we need to do is, it's not counting it now because he's already stepped into the combiner, so I'm just going to erase that. So we only want 1 at a time. We're only going to do 1 at a time. We could have, I guess, loads of these to get loads of points, but I thought we'll do 1 at a time for now. These guys are walking around, so he'll go straight into there and start getting us research points. But we need to do unlock fabric, because our normal ants can't come across to this island here. We need to have ants that can fly. So we need to research fabric. So if we go in here and go down all the way, we've got plant cutting and fabric somewhere. So I guess fabric's there, look. So we can't actually do that yet. So if we go plant cutting, research that, then I guess we need to do this as well. So what we can do is plant cutting. All of these little guys here are plants. So we need someone to basically go and collect those. So what we can do is we can literally make a little trail here, do a little triangle, and straight away we can pause. When our ants are combined into worker ants, they come straight over here. So what we'll do is we'll just double check. My bad thing is I always forget to add ants after they've died back to certain places. So when they're turning black, that means they're going to die soon, unfortunately for them. So I need to add 1 back there. That one's fine. These 2 are fine. These have unlimited health. These were our starter ants, so the sentry ants have got unlimited health. And we've got 1 of those over here, do we? No, we haven't got any over there. And then over here, all the way over here, we've got our other center ant, and he just keeps collecting resources for us. It's pretty cool that the dispensers have an unlimited range. But what we'll do is send this guy over here. You know what, maybe 2, because we've got plenty. See, look, that's a dead worker ant, unfortunately. We go to storage, put a stockpile there. This will automatically put this in here. So if we go, these will collect plant material, and I'll go straight into the stockpile, as you can see. Now we have that as a raw material, fiber. Said we've got our research ant in here now. So as soon as they get fed, they give us, I think it's 1 point each piece of food. So we'll have to probably go there, and there. So null trail. A trail that won't create any kind of action flag. Handy if you want to transport ants without them interacting with anything. So that's pretty cool. Does that mean that can just send them somewhere? So we should probably come up with a better idea. I did put these in line just because I thought it was a better idea. I think that's working out for us. Constantly producing materials. So none of these ants are going to die yet, which is cool. Our stockpile's getting there. We've got plenty of screws. Plenty of plates. Just need to keep an eye on, because these guys are so far down collecting. I need to just keep an eye on them to make sure that they're alive, basically. As you can see now, this resource that they were mining is gone. So what we need to do with that is we just drag that down there. Click F, move that to there, place that, and then also drag this down, and it'll shorten their route. It's all fine and dandy. As you can see, you get a lot more with this, but we haven't got the mining unlocked yet. But they're going to keep mining that for now, or collecting that. You come back over here, look. Click that, and that goes straight to this. So let's just do a null trail, and then we go main trail. Cosmetic trails have you organise the colony. It is thicker, meant to be used as a central path for ants to follow. That's 100, so that might take a little while. But we're not in any rush, so we're making a lot of progress at the minute. I did see on a video, there's like a foundation thing that helps you clean up your roots and stuff like that. Iron floor tile. Okay, that like that, for example. Build on a grid. So, 50 ants. How do we get to that? We have to probably go round, which is a bit annoying. Probably there, which is annoying. But we'll get there eventually. So now that this has run out, as you can see, there's nothing left there. What we're going to do is click F on that. Bring that over here. And then, what we'll do is just drag that along here. Drag that there. And then drag that there as well. And we drag it rather than deleting it. So the trail stays there. I can't be bothered to redo it. So these guys go back over there. Cool. You join that one. I do want to do it so eventually it auto sends one over to here. I mean, I could do that now, to be fair. It's not the most difficult thing. So, you know what? I'm going to do that just to save me the hassle of remembering to do this. So, what we'll do for this is, if we click divider, we can go off this, I suppose. We go click. It's not the divider. It's the counter gate. If we go from there to there, and we're literally just going to put 1. So, we'll put 1 on that. Let's just see if this works. So, it knows there's already 1 on this track, so it's not going to send any more. Perfect. So we'll do it again, and we'll just do 1 on every single one of these. That's 2. Forgot to edit it before I placed it, so we'll go back to 1. Same with this. Click over here. 1. And then same with this one. Go from the corner. There we go. Again, 1. So it's going to automatically send 1 ant each time they die. So what we'll do, you know what, we'll test this out. So, which is one that's got 1 ant on. Let's just wait for him to collect that. But what we'll do is, we'll put him back on the main loop. And then same with this guy, once he's delivered that. Cool, so put him back over here. As you can see, look, I've took him off straight away, so he's come back there. But I'll put him back. Because he's got a piece of food in his hand. So, I think, to be honest, this has to be connected straight to it, otherwise it doesn't realise there's 1 there. Maybe? No, it seems alright. Okay, so that's fine. They've all got 1. So that means there's always going to be at least 1 ant at there. I don't need to do it for this one, I don't think. So we've got... Yeah, we do actually. Right, let's do that. Same again. Counter gate, click there, and then click over there. So again, 1 ant over there. Well, you know what? We could do 2 here. So we're going to do 2 there. And just make sure there's always at least 2 ants cycling around here. These guys are all fine. Down here as well. That's already got a counter gate on it. So how many is that? Oh, wrong button. So that's 1. Again, that's fine. I think we're pretty... Especially autonomous now. I could leave this and it has sort of sort itself out. Like I said, this here, unlimited health because he's a worker. Or because he's a sentinel. These 2 are fine. They're constantly just walking around, so we don't need a counter on that. So maybe this one we need to sort of keep an eye on. Let's just double check our resources down here. So can they still reach that? Doesn't look like they can reach that, unfortunately. There we go. Okay, so we've got our main guy on there. So yeah, it's looking good. I don't really have to automate anything else so far. Again, these guys here do this and just move it along. And we'll just keep doing this. Make sure that we could do it on this, but then we're constantly moving it. So again, that's a bit like this one down here, where we have to do the resources. We've got 30 points. What can we actually spend? I do want to automate this, because every time they die, I'm just trying to think how it would work, because every time, if I send 2, once they step onto here, it automatically sends 2 again. So I'm not really sure, unless I just put a gate on it to send 2. And then just keep 2 ants constantly at the bottom, which, I mean, to be honest, wouldn't be the end of the world. So I might just do that. So we go counter gate again. Just change that to 2. You know what? We'll do that. So that'll send 2. And then once this ant's gone over here, it will send another 2 that'll just wait. So they'll die before the inventor ant. But, you know, it's not the end of the world. It seems I messed up a little bit because it automatically just sends these onto this trail. I've put a counter here for 1. So when it counts 1 there, it shouldn't send any more. I'm hoping, anyway. So that'll send 1 extra now, because that's what I've done. It shouldn't send any more once there's 2 already here. But I decided to make 2, because it's then twice as fast. And I've got a count on here, so 1 will wait there, 1 will wait there. This is working better than it was before. But we're still great on the resources. Let me just double check down there. We've got plenty of that. I'm guessing we're going to need a lot of that when the fabric is here. But again, I'll just double show you how to do this. You bring it over here, let's say, next to this stockpile. And what we'll do is we'll just create a new trial because that's too far. Go haul in, it'll go down. A little triangle like that. And then we'll send him over there and just delete these. And then here we'll just work around this, collecting this constantly. We've got a lot of that as well. We've got 59 so far. So I just wanted to show you how this works, because I haven't actually seen it myself yet. So this guy's got like 10 seconds left to live, unfortunately for him. But when he dies, it should just send another ant straight down there. So let's watch. Yep, he's about to die. There we go, sends another one straight down there. So that's pretty cool. Oh, so I didn't realise, I thought you had to unlock this. Apparently, all you've got to do is click this. So once you do a challenge, so reach 50 ants, like this one was collect 10 pieces of fibre. Once we've reached 50 ants, we can then get the floor tiles. We've now unlocked the fabric. So if we build basically another one of these over here, put it that way, and we're just going to do the exact same here. So same stockpile and a dispenser. So we stockpile this side like that, and then a dispenser for one of these. So this one's full. So we'll do that dispenser here like this, and then we'll do a little trial, little triangle, simple like that, like that, like that. And then we'll just make sure that, again, we're going to have a counter gate there. One of those. Yep, perfect. So that'll send someone straight down here to start working on this. We'll change the recipe to make fabric. And that'll be perfect. I've had to readjust a little bit. Basically, our ants were coming through with food and then walking straight over to here. That's a bit of a problem because they were walking around food constantly, which means they're not picking up the right resources. Again, that's sort of my fault. I weren't really paying attention. So I've moved the stockpile to here. So when the ants come here, they come straight around. And if they mine any plants, they just put it on the stockpile straight away. So it should work a little bit better. I've changed it again because it weren't working. Basically, I've got like an internal route now where they just collect the plants. And then an outside, which is the main. And they're all connected to the counters. Just because I think it's a lot easier. So you got main ants going on there. And then your counter ants. So once there's four, the four go around the middle. And then the rest go around the outside to make sure that they are, you know, accounted for. So it's a lot easier now. I've also doubled up here. So I've got two that side, just because we're trying to get to 50 ants for one. And two, let me just chuck that over there. Oh, that's actually a bad idea. So, actually, no, that'd be fine. So go that one first, and that one first, and that one. Could probably put a count one on there. But, you know, as soon as there's one on there. But again, it will just walk past and then put the next one on. That's fine by me. I've also just changed the start because these weren't getting fairly distributed over here. So I thought I'd put a divider here and they loop round into the centre. Then again, these loop round into the centre. So it's more even. So as you can see, this is the problem that we were having. It looks a lot better now. And we've also got 50 ants. So we've unlocked the foundations now. So that means we can start placing buildings a bit square, which will severely help my OCD, which will be great. Still got two of these, as you can see. Just pop that. I'm just going to keep constantly having two come over here because we've got enough ants, as you can see. I've set up another food dispenser thing over here, and that dispenses over here because this just isn't regenerating enough for how many ants we've got on it. So we've got 4 ants on this, and then we send 4 ants over here at the same time, and they're just doing their thing. So I think I'm going to build and sort of reorganize these onto these foundations so it makes a little bit more sense to me. I've got 4 smelters now on foundations, as you can see. So you got the 4 ants just constantly going around. We are going to need to start getting some more of this soon. But once I've mined these 2, I'm going to move these workshops over here as well. And do sort of the same thing and then get it all sorted. As you can see, I've now organised our workshops into this little grid pattern. So that makes a lot more sense to me. It's easier to see. Once we've got whatever we're producing over here, because we're only producing 3 things at the moment, I'll put that over here. I'm also just going to redo the way our queen works, so that's a bit cleaner because it's a bit of a mess at the minute. And then I'm going to start trying to do like main trails, these bigger trails, and then everything can branch off from there. So this is what our main area looks like now. As you can see, we've got the combiners here with the main trail here, which will branch off, which I haven't quite finished yet. Branching off, as you can see, this is where they mainly come from because I've only just built this. We've got our inventor ant here as well, and I've also unlocked the assembler and mining, so we can get these small digger ants that can mine these bigger iron deposits rather than the little scrap ones that only contain 40-ish. I'm just going to go and get this assembler place down now, and we'll get it all hooked up to the main trail. So our dispenser is built. So basically what we have to do is we have to connect a dispenser, which is connected straight to my bolts stockpile. Because I need bolts and a small worker ant. So if we can get, well, a small worker ant, let's just steal one from here. So when that next one comes out, we'll quickly steal one. So if we grab this one, quickly grab you. Tell him to come all the way around here. And if we put him in there, let's see how quickly this creates. Because what I want to do is, I want to get straight away mining on something. So what's this? That's just rubble. But we can get, where's that stockpile over here? This guy can now be moved because he's no longer just going to be collecting normal scrap. So what can I put him on that's going to be useful? I'm going to put him on feeding the queen for now. But if we move the stockpile and just erase this, move, we come back. What we'll do is we'll shove this stockpile. Let's go to this because it's right next to it. What we'll do is we'll put that there like that. Go mining and we'll do a little triangle trail, and then hopefully when this creates this, we just go over there. He should come over here and start drilling into this straight away. So I want to see how quickly he gains these resources. Hoping it's quicker than the gathering. There's 500 scrap in there, which is perfectly great. So let's have a look. I'm just going to start sending them onto there straight away. So that's... is that one? That wasn't very quick. Let me just rewatch this again. I think it might only be one. I'll complete this task while it's there. Hook the assembly up with the stock. Well, let's do fabric. Oh, we don't want to do that right now. Yeah, that's not a lot at all. But you know what? I guess we can get a couple of those guys working on mining these kind of things, like these iron deposits. Should build out. I mean, we've got a lot of materials anyway, because when I was just rearranging, I was just letting it run. So like, most of our energy stores are full. We've now created some flying ants, which now, let me just redeem that. Now fly over to this island. What they can do, they can only really haul and forage. So what they're going to do is come over here and start collecting scrap copper for us. As you can see, it's scrap copper. Not really sure what we're going to do with that at the minute. I'm just going to get a few to fly over for now. I don't think you can... you know what? We can... problem is with this, if I put a counter trial to this, it doesn't count. As soon as I take off, I don't think it really counts them anymore. So maybe I have to do a timer gate and just put that to... oh, there's already a timer gate here, to be fair. That's on 60 seconds. You know what? Let's put that on... do it on 3 minutes and then just change that back to a normal trail. Every 3 minutes, we'll get a flying ant that goes over and collects a bit of copper. Replace the trail with it. Okay, and that's... don't know why that's come so late in the game. It's a bit weird. Sort of figured that one out pretty much first time I played it. I think we're in a good place at the minute. I mean, we're now venturing onto another island. Obviously, the scrap copper can't be placed back over to this island. You can't put a dispenser from island to island, which is a bit unfortunate. But I'm sure we'll figure that out. So it's probably a pretty decent place to end it. We're in a good space right now. As you can see, we've got our flying ants that come over every 4 minutes just to collect copper. We'll just leave them to it for now. There's not really anything major that we need that for. But our main base is set up quite nicely. We've got our queen, the combiners, the assemblers. We've got everything that's connected to this main loop now, as you can see. So all of these collectors are now connected to the main loop. Same with these guys over here, through these two. So I'm pretty happy with where we are. Like I said, next episode we're going to focus more on expanding over to this island over here. We've done quite a lot over this region. It would be nice to start mining rubble. See what that's used for. But yeah, let me know what you thought of this episode. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you next time.